'cause I love you. Yes, I do. I can't let you go, baby. I can't let you go, baby. 'Cause I love you, I love you, I love you. No, no, no. Trouble, you best beware. And though deep down, I know I might be headed for teardrops. Now that you got me started, I just can't stop. No, no. 'Cause I love you, baby. I can't let you go, baby. I gotta tell you that I've been looking for love so true. When I was down and out, along came you. Though you might be a liar and a cheat too, I just can't quit you now 'cause I love you. Yes, I do. I can't let you go, baby. I can't let you go, baby. 'Cause I love you, I love you, I love you. No, no, no.
Hey everyone, hope you guys are doing well. Sorry, I got a weird setup for the midnight stream. I don't expect as many people to be here, obviously, so we'll see kind of how people come and go over the next few hours or so. But I wanted to give you guys a quick update about what's going on in the market. So far, we found a short-term level of support, and we'll talk about that here in a second. Actually, let's just kind of dive into Bitcoin right now. And hey everybody, hope you guys are doing well. There you go. Hey, Stilla Jones, happy to see you back, my man. Very happy to see you. I know I think what happened is I used up all my notifications, so not many people got notified I went live. Hopefully more people show up next time so I can keep on doing these midnight streams. But as far as what Bitcoin's doing, guys, so far we're in an interesting spot. Let me make sure I'm zoomed in here for you guys. There we go. All right, make sure we get the oscillator in here. So you guys know we eventually broke down a few days ago, and we actually been testing out the 50-day moving average. And during yesterday's day candle, technically we did break down both below the 50 and the 20-day moving averages, leading to a pretty sizable move down as far as Bitcoin's concerned. At least at this point in time, guys, we did break down below the. Oh, sorry, guys. Yeah, it took a couple seconds for TradingView to populate all that data. We did break down below this falling wedge here. We had an opportunity to break out if the stock market was looking a little bit better, but unfortunately, earnings last night or after hours were not that good. You also had Walmart come out of nowhere to say that they're lowering their guidance for Q3, and so they're just not Q2. And that's not something you want to see Walmart do. They rarely ever come out like that. And so the whole market pretty much got spooked. I have the story up here. Walmart cuts profit outlook as inflation forces shoppers to spend more on necessities. So that means they're going to make money off of their groceries and stuff like that. But all their other stuff like clothes, electronics, TVs, bicycles, all the extra like luxury stuff that people get, they're not going to be making as much money off of that, and that's where they make the majority of their money. They'll still be making great money on groceries. Margins will cut back on that quite a bit, but they're still going to be, generating revenue from it. Walmart has a lot of money, so they should be fine going forward. But this has been a big spooking. This has spooked the market, right? If you guys take a quick peek over here at the Dow futures, Dow's down, S&P's down, and the Nasdaq is down. Not as much as it was a few hours ago, but so far, guys, they are down quite a bit. Okay. As far as Bitcoin's concerned, we're going to look at Bitcoin and a bunch of other coins here. And let me see. Hey, Alex. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, Fat Buddha. Hey, Stillsy. Hit that like. I appreciate it, guys. As far as what's going on right now, everybody, we're currently testing out the 200 moving average here on the 4-hour chart. We'll most likely break down below it over the next, maybe 8 to 16 hours. But maybe if we're lucky, we have an opportunity to pop. I think most likely we're going to have a... We're gonna break down below it. Maybe by the time, I guess, in an hour we have a pre-market open up. That'll be a big sign to see which way we're going for this morning. A few different things here, guys. Though 15-minute chart doesn't look too bad. Let me go back over here for a second. There we go. You can see we bounced off of support twice, and then we finally broke down. We're still consolidating, bouncing above that 200. As we just said. But guys, it could be a lot worse. Sometimes when we break down like this, we tend to just keep on going down and down and down. We're not headed for that same crazy crash that we normally would expect. I think if we do eventually have a mega crash like we do every so now and again in this bear market, I think it'll really occur not from this wedge, but most likely from this larger trend line right there. I think that's where you guys could see some really negative moves in the market. That's the time where everybody freaks out. Maybe we might even have a capitulation round 3 at this point, because we've already had like 2 technically at this point. Now, a few different things I want you guys to pay attention to. I don't know if you guys watched the other video, but I told you guys if Ethereum started to break down, that was the time that Bitcoin was most likely going to break down. And as you guys can see, let me go back over here to the 15. Maybe that'll give you a little bit better viewpoint. There we go. You guys can see that Ethereum clearly broke down below this larger trend line. Let me extend it out very fast. There we go. Clearly broke down before Bitcoin, and this was a good sign to watch out for Bitcoin, because what actually happened here is Ethereum going down actually brought Bitcoin down as well. That's why Bitcoin ended up, or they both went down here. But this is where they both went down right here, then they bounced. So something interesting there. I was hoping that Ethereum might be able to hold up just to keep Bitcoin going, like just not breaking down, but just still staying bearish. Wasn't even a chance. Whales came in to short the crapola out of Bitcoin, and boy oh boy did they do some good work here. You can see on Ethereum's Fibonacci level, we actually did break down below one of these larger Fibonacci's, and so far we have not been able to really close back above that level, at least on the 4-hour chart here, which is usually the most important right there, right? Stopped there for a second, came crashing back down. The next Fibonacci level of support for Ethereum is all the way down here at $1,300. That's about a loss of about 7%. It's a bad loss, but not a crazy loss. So we'll have to see how much further Ethereum really wants to go down, guys. A few other coins here. Probably best just to stick on the day chart for now. I guess 4-hour maybe it looks a little better. Ethereum broke down today as well. Not Ethereum, excuse me, ADA, Cardano, it broke down as well. It broke down below the 200 as well here. Looking at a death cross happening in the next 54 minutes. Not looking too good there. Hopefully over the next few hours, you maybe find a little bit of support around 45.62, 0.4562. Ethereum Classic is actually up so far today, which is kind of interesting. Not many coins are up at this moment in time. I think I see 3 on my entire screen. Dollar index does not count here. But you guys are seeing that Ethereum Classic doesn't have a death cross for the next few days, or next few hours. And maybe that'll be the thing that really tips it back down. I think Ethereum is going to be, Ethereum Classic is going to be a strong short for a lot of you guys who want to do maybe a low leverage short, test out your skills about how you feel about holding. And then, I would maybe do a 1x to 2x, and you don't want to put too much money in this one because you never know if earnings may be good coming tomorrow, because we have Google coming up and a lot of other ones. But I think this is something where something like an Ethereum Classic, something like FTM or a Matic that really popped up a lot over the past few weeks. Those are the coins where I'm okay with some like dollar cost short averages, if that makes sense. So I could do a 1 to maybe 5x short. I would say for most of you guys, maybe a 2x short is going to be just enough. Short and just wait and wait and wait. Maybe if I'm shorting at $23, maybe I'll have a stop loss at $28, something ridiculous like that. And then I'll just kind of watch it come down slowly, slowly, slowly. It may have some hiccups. It may go back up to $26 if we have some really random news coming out. But I think overall, you will see Ethereum Classic come back down quite a bit over the next few weeks. And then it will continue on this little bit of a downward trend that we've had over the past few months. One little thing here before I answer all of you guys' questions and whatnot, we kind of have a little conversation. It's a smaller stream, guys. We don't have to be too formal here. On the daily chart, on the dollar index chart, we do see that the dollar is actually slowing down. We thought it might go down a little bit more. That was going to help out Bitcoin, but because of rate hikes, earnings, and what's the other one? GDP data coming out this week, we're most likely going to see this actually start to creep back up. It'll be interesting to see how fast it goes back up. But over the last few months, you guys can see we've had some peaks and valleys. Peak, valley, keeps on going up, and overall we just continue on this uptrend. That's not good for Bitcoin, guys. We want to find a way to, or the government has to find a way to get this to start coming back down. That way we can expect to start seeing Bitcoin start to go back up, right? The faster this goes down, the more Bitcoin's going to go up, or the sooner Bitcoin's going to go up for all of you guys who all of you guys that have been buying up altcoins and Bitcoin just like me. Okay. And hey, Relevant, can I check Solana? Yeah, let me check it out very fast. Let me see. Where is Solana? There we go. Sorry, guys. In my earlier stream, I messed up all of my where all this information is. Probably Elon should be up there a little bit more as well. So let's go to the 4-hour instead of the weekly chart. Weekly chart's not going to tell us too much. So Solana broke down a while ago. It broke out of the uptrend and went sideways for a little bit, had a double top, broke down, and so far we've been coming down after that. We've been having some issues, it looks like, getting back above that 20 moving average here. I wouldn't probably feel confident enough to short at this point in time because we are at a couple levels of support. You can see this trend line right here. We have support coming at about 35.10, which is about maybe 2% below where we are now. I'd be more inclined to buy if we can just manage to hold, if Bitcoin can manage to hold some level up here. And then, or what I might be looking forward to is the next time we come into contact with the 20 moving average here on the 4-hour chart, I might be more inclined to short that. Usually when you get up to these resistance levels, that's when I like to short, whether it's the 20, 50, I prefer to short around that time. But you may actually see a short-term bounce here, but I would still say this is more bearish than bullish. On the daily chart here, let me scroll down just a little bit. You can see this actually had a really bad day, breaking back down below the 20 and the 50, just like Bitcoin did. Let's see. If I was going to make a trade on this, I would try to buy a small dip on the around $35 at this larger trend line. And then from there, hope that Bitcoin can manage to have a little bit of a bounce, bringing us back up to maybe 39, 79, maybe as far up as, $40 or so. And that may give you a short-term profit of about, 14, 15%. That'd be okay. You really have to hope that Bitcoin can stay strong, though, and actually have a reversal. Otherwise, you're just going to be waiting for a breakdown here. And if that's the case, you're most likely going to be having a price target of somewhere down here around $31.76 at that Fibonacci support. And then you can walk away with about a 12, maybe 11% profit if you're lucky with it. But I think that's going to be a good strategy for you to trade that one right there. Careful with it. It's come down a lot, but I do think there's an opportunity to make some more money here. You're either hoping for a bounce or a breakdown, though. And at this point, Bitcoin doesn't look like it wants to bounce anytime soon, right? Let me see something over here very fast. If any of you guys have any questions on any coins, let me know. If you guys can, please comment. Commenting keeps me alive in the streams. It really does. It makes me thrive. Otherwise, I just don't know what to talk about, because otherwise we're just going to talk about some random coins here that you guys may or may not like, right? Okay, so a few other things here, though. I did want to talk about one other coin. Where is it at? Oh, here it is, ApeCoin. ApeCoin had a pretty decent pump over the last few days. It's definitely coming back down since then. We were kind of following this uptrend here to see if this is some shorting opportunities, right? From here, you could have shorted, and it took a little bit of time, but now it's starting to pay off here just a tad. And we did manage to actually have a nice level of support here. There you go. And so far for ApeCoin, it is holding. It doesn't look that nice to me, but it is holding. And you're looking at another one of these coins that has a death cross coming up here on the 4-hour chart. I'm hoping that we can actually have a stronger move back up here if Bitcoin can just manage to move, guys. Because what I'm looking for it now is 4-hour chart here for Bitcoin. Even though there's a good chance we do break down below the 200, if for whatever reason pre-market opens up in about 50 minutes, if that turns green, if that turns the futures greens, maybe we can just have a little bit of a bounce, and that's what I would like to see over the next 8 to 12 hours. I don't know exactly what's going to happen after hours for earnings. That's going to be where the big dogs come out, but I do think there's an opportunity for us to have a little bit more of a pump going into the morning and then it crashing later on in the evening towards the end of the market day, okay? But until then, be very, very cautious. You're seeing a lot of coins like ApeCoin heading for those support levels here. And if we start breaking down, I think, if you short the breakdown from ApeCoin down to the Fibonacci level of support, that's about a 9% profit right there. These can be some really easy money-making moves for you guys this week. I'm just hoping that, again, we don't have any crazy news out there, because that'll bring the volatility that nobody wants to be trading during. All right, let me bring this back over to Bitcoin. TradingView is lagging hard right now. I know it's not my internet because I'm streaming in 4K right now. But let me see. There we go. And let's put this back to the 15-minute chart. Kind of watch this play out a little bit. And you're seeing so far, guys, Bitcoin has found support, but who knows how much longer we're actually going to hold above that 200 moving average on the 4-hour chart. And hey, Alex, as long as we don't about pizzas and burgers again. Oh, talk about pizzas and burgers again. Oh yeah, McDonald's versus Domino's versus pizza, all that type of stuff. And hey, you're watching, Mike. You should check out the game COTW, Pretty Fire Hunting Game. What's that? COTW. Let me check that out very fast. Call of the Wild. I'll probably try this out. It says it's on Xbox Cloud Gaming Premium subscription. I bet I can find it somewhere on Steam. I mean, I'm always happy to find new games. The only games I usually play are Paradox games, maybe a little bit of Battlefield, and then normally I'm just working, right? What's it here? Okay. Yeah, fine there. Let me see. Is any actually coins moving up right now? Trust Wallet token up a little bit. In the last 24 hours, guys, not much is up. Even on the 1-hour chart, nothing is really popping. I mean, we have a few things going down, but even those aren't too much. I would assume we have to go down to page 2 or something like that. Let me see. Oh, Coinbase is hiring, or CoinMarketCap is hiring. 1 hour. Yeah, guys, we're in a very stagnant market right now. I think every single day we're just waiting for good news or bad news. This new Mary, I don't know exactly how to pronounce this. This may be something you're looking at here. Look at this. This thing has pumped up 13% in the last 24 hours. And over the last, 30 days, it's up 87%. This thing's been rocking it. It looks like it's been dying down after it broke down out of a double top here. Let me see if I can check out NMR very fast. Crypto. There we go. Do we have a double top in here? No double top. Maybe 4-hour chart. There's the double top. Oh, yeah, this thing is actually having some crazy times. I wouldn't be buying it now, but this thing looks like it may have a couple of day trades left in it. Don't exactly know what happened. When was this? June 22nd? Had a major pop. It's died back down. Oh, this is the pop. I think they were talking about the double top neckline. Kind of an ugly neckline, though. This may be something where you buy it where it's slow and watch some of these pops here. About to have a death cross here on the daily, most likely. I'll save this one for later, guys. And next time we talk about it, hopefully it's actually breaking out above this level and trying to make a rush back up to 23 or some crazy level like that. That's an interesting coin right there. There you go. And meanwhile, Bitcoin's still fighting off the whales here. Vampire Survivor is fun and it's cheap, fun casual game. Ooh, see, I don't know much about gaming. I game a little bit here and there, but most of it's just like Crusader Kings. I don't know if you guys know what Crusader Kings is. It's a game by Paradox. It's very methodical. Every choice you make has consequences, but on like a grand scale medieval game where you can like just lose the whole game because you didn't love your wife enough, so you didn't have enough kids, so your lineage ends just like that. It can be heartbreaking. But what do you call it? It can be really, really fun. Let me see right here. There we go. But I should start doing some more games. I know a couple people wanted me to do a gaming channel, but I don't have nearly the time for that. Over the next few days, guys, over the next few days, sorry guys, I'm tired here. Over the next few days, I do plan on moving the Dogecoin stream back over from the second channel where, because when this channel got banned, I just had to move it over there. I'm going to move that 24/7 Dogecoin stream back over to this channel so you guys can chat a little bit more, because I know a lot of you guys that are members like to have your membership name there. And on top of that, I'm going to be changing the name of the other channel from just Michael Whitman, which is the name of this channel. And I'm going to be changing it to Tasty Crypto News, which is the website I'm going to be opening up here pretty soon. The banner you guys see above the screen here is actually from that channel. And so just like digital asset news, every single day, well, maybe Monday through Friday, maybe Saturday, Sunday too, maybe, I'm going to actually cover one news topic out there and have maybe a 5 to 10 minute stream about it. And then maybe do 5 to 10 minutes of talking about it. Then maybe 5 minutes of Q&A, maybe 10 minutes of Q&A, and that, excuse me guys, I just drank a bunch of water, burping up here, and Bitcoin's not looking any better. I think, yeah, 5 to 10 minutes of Q&A, and that way each stream will probably take me about maybe 15 to 20 minutes in total for all of us to have a quick little conversation. And then, maybe a half an hour before the stream for me to get everything prepped up and read what articles and do all that type of stuff. Maybe that may take an hour. We'll have to figure it out. But I'm excited for that pretty soon. I'll have to do some of the artwork for the channel for Tasty Crypto News. But I think it'll be really fun, and I'll probably pay somebody to do that. I'll pay somebody to do that artwork for me. Sorry, guys. Let's see. And hey, you're watching. Sounds good. Oh yeah, sounds cool. Yeah, guys, I'm excited about this new part for this new part of the channel. I think it's gonna be really good. Let me see. So far, Bitcoin is getting hit a little bit hard here. We just all of a sudden took some short activity. Let me go over here to Twitter very fast. There you go. There it is. 1 minute ago, we just had 1.1 basically $1 million worth of Bitcoin just shorted, and that's what we looked at. And there we go. We're getting pumped up a little bit. It seems like every time we get shorted, if you guys remember over here earlier today, every time we get shorted, we tend to come back up a little bit with some force. It seems like there are some whales that do not want Bitcoin to crash all right now. They may be trying to slow down the crash or trying to reverse it. I don't know how easy it's going to be to reverse this, guys. I was hoping that some of the economic data may be a little bit better this week, but so far, if the White House is saying that, if you guys, maybe some of you guys aren't from America, but the White House today tried to change the definition of what a recession is, and I mean, it's hilarious, right? I mean, we know what a recession is. It's 2 consecutive quarters of shrinking GDP, right? They were trying to change the definition, and usually, if they're trying to change the definition of what a recession is, I'm guessing they have some insider information telling them that, hey, we're in a recession, right? So I think it's going to be, that's going to be a dinger for the market. I don't think the market is going to particularly take that too well. And I think that will lead to both the NASDAQ, S&P go down. And regardless if you guys think Bitcoin follows the S&P or if it follows the NASDAQ, I think that means that, crypto overall should be headed back down. We may even see Bitcoin back down to 19,000 before Sunday here, which would be a pretty sizable drop. We can hope that, of course, some of the data is a little bit better. I mean, if you want to think that Bitcoin can go back up towards 22, maybe even $24,000 this weekend, what you're going to need to have happen here is, again, we want to have probably a 50 to 75 basis point rate hike. We don't want to see 100. I don't think that's going to be good for us at all. I mean, I want to see 100 because I want inflation to go down. But from a market standpoint, I don't want to see it, right? So you want to see anywhere from 75 to 50 basis point rate hike. You want to see that we're not in a recession. So you want to see that data come out and say, hey, GDP grew by even the smallest amount. That's perfect. Even the smallest amount is perfect. And then lastly, you want to see that earnings over the next few days are strong and they're not weak. So far, they have not been strong. But today, I guess I can say today, we have Google coming out, and I think that's going to be a big player out there because a large portion of the money that Google makes is through ad revenue. Every time you guys see an ad on YouTube, every time you guys see an ad on Google while you're searching for your favorite topics, they are making money off of that. And if there's less money pumping into Google because people don't have the capital, or maybe they're closing the businesses, whatever it may be, maybe they're just like tightening their wallets, or they're just not as many people are starting new businesses. When that's the case, you will see them report bad earnings if that is the case. We'll have to see. But so far, I'm not expecting them to have fantastic earnings, or maybe they have okay earnings but bad guidance. I would say guidance going forward is going to be rough, and that's what's going to really hurt Google's price over the next I don't know, maybe this morning or this afternoon. I don't know if it's pre-market or after hours where we have that news coming in. There we go. But guys, we just had another short for the second time in a few hours where we got shorted down by a few million. This was like a $5 million short. This is a $1 million short. And we just got pumped back up pretty easily. So I do think there's some whales over here right now trying to stop Bitcoin from going down. I think naturally, because we just broke down, Bitcoin is trying to go down. And you can see that over the past few hours, we've been trying to go down. But whales are keeping us afloat. I don't think there's enough retail activity out there to try to push Bitcoin down if the whales don't want it to go down, right? You sold some Bitcoin last week. I'm going to buy in. Hey, Kona boy, happy to see you, my man. Let me know if you have any questions. And yeah, go for it. Definitely. There's always a fun time to make some money in here. Just make sure you have your stop losses and whatnot. If you're just buying for the long term and you dollar cost averaging, now's a better time than last week for sure. Good job selling off some of it. And hey, Fat Buddha, they waited until this week to change the definition. Guys, I'm an independent. I usually don't like politics in general. I usually don't like any administration in power. Right now, Biden's in a pickle, right? His poll numbers are atrocious. I don't know what his poll numbers. I think last time I said it was like anywhere from like 31 to 37%. Pretty like a wide swing there, depending on which poll you're looking at. But he needs to find a way to get his poll numbers up because we're in an election year, and this matters to the market because he's going to try to do He's going to try to do what his base will allow him to get the market back up. And the base isn't really allowing him to do much. Remember, we wanted him to go over to Saudi Arabia to get a deal with the Saudi government to produce more oil. And that's why that's why I was like, yeah, send him over there. He can make a deal. Let's let Biden do his job. And, he'll walk away with maybe a million extra barrels a day. That would be helpful to oil, right? Help to bring the oil prices down. Well, he wasn't able to get a deal done. And that sucked. And so that kind of tarnished his reputation a little bit because he went over there to do the little fist bump action. That was freaking hilarious. He should have just done a handshake, in my opinion. A fist bump seems more. I fist bump my friends. I don't shake hands with my friends. I fist bump them, right? So he felt like more friendly than I think he ought to be. And then since he failed at that, we were saying maybe he can have a talk with the oil tycoons, the oil corporations, the Chevrons, the Arcos, all the big dogs, right? Shell, but he couldn't get that done either. And so people view his handling of the economy as not too good. So I think this was a sly attempt at trying to get people to not understand what a recession is. But the media didn't go along with it. CNBC today laughed at it. CNN laughed at it. Fox News definitely laughed at it. MSNBC was like, what? They were more confused than anything. But, again, don't get gaslit, whatever that new phrase is, gaslighting from the government saying that you don't know what a recession is. A recession is 2 consistent quarters of GDP contraction, which means the GDP went negative. So if you guys understand that, you guys will understand by this Thursday if we're in a recession. And plus, even though the White House is technically trying to change the definition of a recession, which I think most of you guys will probably laugh at, CNBC, Fox News, Bloomberg, whichever one you guys watch, they will flat out tell you if we're in a recession on Thursday at 5:30 a.m. Pacific time, 8:30 Eastern time, when they get the data out. We'll know Thursday. So for you guys right now, Thursday, you guys will know in the next. So whatever your time is, add 5 hours into the future. Thursday morning or Thursday at that time is when you're going to get that information. If America is in a recession, and that will confirm this will be Bitcoin's first ever recession in America. Isn't it exciting? We'll have to see how much further it goes down. But so far, Bitcoin's held up okay. We managed to hold the 17,000s range okay. We're most likely going to break down below that over the next few months as we hit some of those nasty recession numbers. But there's still hope here, guys. There's still hope. And hey, Goku, happy to see you back, my man. What's right here? Do you think we get 75 or 100? I think 100. I think we need 100. I've been screaming for 100 for a few months now. Ask anybody on the other streams, and even people here. I mean, I'm a person that thinks we need to tackle inflation as hard as we can. Okay? Now, what I was hoping for here is I was hoping the government to get all cylinders going, so to speak, and us to have a complete plan about how to approach an inflation as a total government or a total institution. So I was anticipating the Federal Reserve to be raising rate hikes a little bit more aggressively, like 50, 50, maybe a couple 75s tossing them, but 50, 50, 50 on average, then maybe a couple 75s when stuff didn't really stop going up. And then what I was expecting is last year, America, we passed a historic infrastructure bill to rebuild the ports, roads, and stuff like that. Okay. Well, we haven't really been putting that money back to work yet. It's still kind of being appropriated bit by bit. It's a real bad hassle. Local governments aren't good at actually executing the goals that they've set for them as far as like fixing up roads, expanding highways, getting that process started, right? And so while the Federal Reserve can only do so much on the demand side as far as getting us to stop buying so much stuff, obviously, well, what's been happening, unfortunately, is the government sector side of things that was supposed to help some of these supply chain issues that are causing a bit of pain, that's where a lot of the stuff is lagging right now. So Jerome Powell has been slow, right? I think he needs to go faster, and I think he will stay fast for a while. But until the government really starts to tackle some of these issues, we're not going to have much help here. The only thing that's going to be helping us right now is gas prices going down, but gas prices aren't going down because like Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, what's the Republican guy, Kevin McCarthy, Mitch McConnell. It's not going down because of any of them. It's going down because the Federal Reserve is forcing us into a recession, right? So Jerome Powell is like doing all the heavy lifting here when he doesn't have to, and I don't even think Jerome Powell is probably the best person to be doing all the heavy lifting in the first place. We want to see some strong moves, and it's just going to be hard for the foreseeable future to see how they're going to be able to do that. But I think right now I can see Jerome Powell doing a 100 basis point rate hike. If he doesn't do it, I think that'll be a good thing for the stock market. Bad for inflation, but a good thing for the stock market and therefore Bitcoin. Let's see. George got a tan. Oh, man. Trump would have made the deal. I mean, Trump had a much better relationship, not to get political, but Trump did have a much better relationship with the Saudi government. I think they would have tried to pump more oil from him just to make him happy because they liked him, he liked them. They had a solid partnership. Could be feisty at times, but they worked together pretty well because they understood that the national consequences if they didn't work together. That's why Biden had to go back, right? The Saudis could have moved over to China or Russia. The Saudis didn't want to go to China. They don't want to go to Russia. But if they felt like America wasn't going to help them out, they'd have no problem just going over there in time and then trying to fix up a relationship like that. But I think Biden reaffirmed, the position that America and Saudi Arabian government have strong ties. He needed to do that because he was not a fan of the Prince of Saudi Arabia, MBS, I think his name is. Don't know what his real name is, but yeah, it was a problem, guys, right? Let's see. And hey, Tyson, you loaded up on the SQQQ. Looks like you're going to be doing good today as long as everything keeps going in the right direction. Canada did 100. Ooh, how many has Canada done so far? Because America's been doing some for a while here. I know if we go over here very fast and we check out USD to the Canadian dollar. Well, you can trade this on Kraken? All right. Oh, that's crypto. That's why. There you go. Excuse me, guys. Whoosh. You guys can see that the dollar has been losing ground against the Canadian dollar here for a while now. For the past few days, not much, but I mean it's going down here over the last for let's say 2 weeks. It's gone down about 3%. That's quite a bit. So yeah, Canada is starting to make some moves. America. Let me go to the weekly chart. That's usually a lot better than the daily charts. Oh, and we also got rejected off of the 200 weekly moving average as far as the U.S. dollar versus the Canadian dollar. That's something interesting. And you know, the euro and some other coins have also been gaining ground. Or excuse me, other currencies have also been gaining ground. The euro versus the dollar, see, it's been bouncing up ever since it hit like 99.5 cents. Bouncing back up here for the second straight week, looking okay. We got the pound doing the same thing right here. What else do we have? The U.S. dollar to the yen. The yen the yen keeps on losing value against the dollar. They're having a bit of a crisis right now, but maybe it'll stagnate. It's been stagnant for like a week now. But yeah, oh geez, maybe over the next few weeks, as the 20-week moving average approaches this may be a good opportunity to start opening up some shorts for the yen to the dollar, or dollar to the yen. Excuse me. Maybe over the next few weeks, months, it may go back down to 126. That'd be a pretty sizable profit if you guys like to trade forex. Anything else here that I was looking at? No, the currencies. Watch out for oil, everybody. That's one thing we have to talk about. We don't need to talk. We don't need all these lines here for now. Daily chart. We have another opportunity coming up either tomorrow or the day after tomorrow to actually break out above this trend line here. And I think we're going to most likely be able to break out the same time above the 20-day moving average, and then probably try to have a double bottom neckline here and try to rally back up towards 108. From there, we're most likely going to try to pump back up all the way up here to 117. You may see gas prices get really expensive really fast. If you guys want to see gas prices stay low, you guys are going to hope that on the daily chart here for crude oil, we want to see us breaking down below the 200 daily moving average, not breaking out. If that's going to be the big story for the month, I would assume. On the weekly chart here, we're still barely above the 50-week moving average, with the 20-week coming up. So I think pretty soon we're going to have a big squeeze between these two. I'm hoping that we're squeezing to the downside because we would all like inflation to come down so Bitcoin can go up. But I think, what is this, August? Yeah, August. I think sometime August we're going to have a really parabolic move. It's either going to be really good or really bad for a lot of these different indexes, whether it's, even oils and, Dow and stuff like that. We're going to have a mega move, and I just don't know which way it's going to go right now. If inflation is okay next month, maybe we'll have it on the upside. If inflation is worse than expected next month, which I don't think it will be, you may start to see some more grinding pains that leads us to believe that maybe Bitcoin's not going to find a bottom until September or October, and then we'll start to find the light at the end of the tunnel coming, November, December time, just in time for the holidays. But yeah, oil prices are going back up. You can even see it right now. It's pumping up at this moment in time. Don't know what's driving it up, but it is pumping at this moment. And so hopefully it can actually manage to break out over the next few, or hopefully it would break down over the next few days. It just looks like it wants to break out. Sorry, guys. Yeah. All right, there we go. Back to Bitcoin here. There you go. And yeah, gosh, Bitcoin wants to go down, but whales aren't letting it. And I guess that's a good sign for us if you want Bitcoin to be going back up. There you go. And hey, Kona, yeah, he really is dropping the ball. Yeah, I mean, he's facing a lot of crises and he's not really up to the task right now. I still want to see Joe Biden succeed, though. I still want to see him do good. I really, really do. Because if he does good, America does well. It's just, right now, it's just, just having some trouble. We'll leave it at that, I guess. Hey, Moo, what do you think of the 4-hour channel third hit on the bottom? We might go up. 4-hour channel. Are you talking about Bitcoin, Ethereum? Let me check out Bitcoin, I guess. So on the 4-hour here, we broke down below a few hours ago as we broke down below this falling wedge. We'll wait for a couple seconds to go back into the second chart. If you're talking about this overall channel that we're looking at right here, maybe I can do that for you right here. Kind of, I wish it was a little bit more like that, but we already broke out above that, right? Um, if you're talking like this, maybe we come up over the next few days or so. But guys, we're really going to need a whole bunch of circumstances to actually fit our needs. Excuse me. We're going to need to see good economic data, which means good earnings coming out. We need to see not so bad GDP growth, so we're not in a recession. That'll be big news as well. And then on top of that, we have to have a rate hike of probably anywhere between 50 and 75. I really think there's like less than a 5% chance we have a 50 basis point rate hike. I think maybe 60%, maybe 75%, and the rest goes to 100. I'm really hoping Jerome Powell does a 100 basis point rate hike so we can just, I think after he does 100, maybe he'll do one more 100 this August if he decides to go, without a meeting, another 100 in August. Then maybe September, I think you guys will see him actually go down to 75 or 50. And then by December, I think we'll be at 25 or 0. All right? Because a lot of what we need to see happen here for Jerome Powell is we really need him to just, he's been playing tag with inflation. He's been trying to catch it, and instead of like getting ahead of it, he's chasing it. And I think with the 100 basis point rate hike, he will actually catch up to it, and then the next time he'll surpass it. And in August he'll surpass it, and then from there he'll just slowly increase his lead by raising the interest rates, and then after that he'll cool off enough, and then once we start getting into some really bad territory where jobs are being lost, closer to like maybe November, December is when people start really losing their jobs in the economy. And then that's when he can start lowering interest rates again, and then that'll help out everyday people. We just have to hope that within that time frame, still we start fixing some of these major supply chain crunches. The government should be implementing some really crazy policies right now, saying, "Hey, did you just get laid off? Well, we'll give you $10,000 to go be a trucker." Like, honestly, go pay somebody to be a trucker. The government loves printing money, and they're not going to stop printing money just because we have inflation. Go pay somebody to become a trucker. I know a few truckers out there, they love their jobs. They just don't like dealing with the people they see on their daily life. When they're driving, they're happy. When they're dealing with people, they're not happy. But yeah, I think they need to have some type of plan like that where if you get laid off, they have a job program where say, hey, go from here to here. We're going to pay you to do it. That way they don't take any more unemployment dollars, and they can just make some easy money, right? I'm not saying trucking is easy money, but it's better to do that rather than just sit at home and get unemployment, because I think what's going to happen here as we head for job losses over the next few months, everybody's going to be used to how much money they got paid for unemployment benefits when COVID happened. And I had one friend that was making I think $1,600 a week off of COVID relief money. And I think he got an extra $600 a week. I think that's what he told me. So instead of getting the normal $1,000 a week, which kind of ended being like $4,000, which didn't even cover, which like in his rent was like $2,500, so not nearly as much as you probably would need to live, but like your normal salary. He was making bank just by being laid off. $1,600 a week. I know a lot of people that would kill for $1,600 a week. You kidding me? And so, they're not going to get that money this time, and I don't think they're ready for that. And if they're on unemployment, and I'm in a blue state, Washington, we have much more money we give out on unemployment versus a red state might, depending on the state, of course. But if if you're only getting paid like $2,000 a month unemployment for just yourself, are you really going to be able to afford all of your bills, all of your groceries, getting to gas, going to job interviews and stuff like that? It may be pretty difficult. And so, the government's going to need some type of plan in place for all those people out there, because it's not going to be pretty. And I don't know if the government's going to be do you guys think the government may increase Social Security or unemployment benefits again? I don't think so. It's going to be bad, guys. Remember, guys, when we got COVID, we were in a luxury period when you guys got unemployment. Oh, I don't know if any of you guys got it, but I mean, just going off of some of my friends, they got paid big bucks to sit at home, and I mean big bucks. One of my friends, he worked for he worked at a taco place. I forget the name of it. It's a Taco Guaymas. Yeah, Taco Guaymas. It's a place over here in Tacoma and other parts of Tacoma. But he was making about minimum wage, about $12.50 an hour. Let me do the math for you guys. I think this is pretty interesting. So $12.50 times 40 And then so multiply that by four. He was making 2 grand a month at his normal job, and you take away the federal taxes on top of that, Social Security taxes and stuff like that. And then after that, I'm with the extra $600 from his employment, that 2,000 worked its way up to like 4,400 with unemployment. So people are going to be assuming they get that. And man, oh man, I mean, I would stay at home for until my unemployment benefits ran out if I was getting that much money and before I was only making $2,000. Now, I probably wouldn't be wise to spend it. It'd be better to just save it and keep it in the market or whatnot. But those are the times we live in. Everybody, it's gonna be a free for all this next time though. What's right here? Mortgages went down 30-year. What do you call it? Well, nobody should be buying a house right now. It's so expensive. You know how so basically what the mortgage rates are doing at this moment in time is where normally if you're buying a house and it would before all this stuff happened, before they started raising rate hikes, if you were going to pay, a few years ago you could have bought a house and you could be paying like $1,500 a month. Well, that same house now after rate hikes is going to cost you anywhere from like $2,000 to $2,400 a month for the same loan, right? So that's why they're trying to stop people from buying houses. Of course, you can restructure it down the road, but man, that's a lot of money to be putting up every month if you want to just buy a house. And so everybody's being crammed back into apartments in the cities, and apartments are just raising their rates left and right. When I was living in Seattle, my rent was $3,000. When I lived in Tacoma, my rent was like $1,500. And then by the time I left, I think it was like $1,800 because I had a waterfront view, and I love waterfront views. If I can find a place with a waterfront view, I usually don't hesitate to pay the amount of money for it because it's just nice to have a water, right? Bitcoin's going down here a little bit. Let me show you something. Here's a place I used to live in, Tacoma. There we go, Bayside Gardens. Oh, see, wait. There's my car. There's my car right there. Now, this is obviously old photos, but, it's a nice little place, but look at all the water. I mean, look at all that water. There's deer that come right around. I'm next to a freaking castle, for heaven's sakes. It was a nice place. It was worth every single penny. But, I mean, like, they raised the rent after I left. I think because you move out, you can raise the rent, obviously. It went from, like, $1,700, I think, up to, like, 20-something $100 just for, like, a one-bedroom 950 square feet, something like that. Maybe no, I think it was 1,000 something square feet. But it's pretty brutal out there these days. If you want to have an apartment, you're not just gonna get some rinky dink thing. If you have some money, you gotta search, you gotta compete, and you gotta bid. You gotta bid for apartments these days. That's what's crazy about it. Let's see. And hey, D's, this shit's funny. What do you call it? Guys, it's a midnight stream. We're talking about Bitcoin. If you guys have any questions, I'm here to answer them. But these midnight streams, they're not about just, talking about crypto, which can be very boring at times, especially when we've done nothing but go sideways over the last 7 hours. Bitcoin has done nothing. Sideways. I'm not going to make up something to scare you guys or make something up to make you think we're going sky high. That's not my style. Well, I'm happy to have a conversation. If you guys have a question about any coins, I'll definitely look at it. Any coins, any stocks, any currencies, right? Japanese yen is something you guys want to be longing right now against the US dollar. I'd be happy with that one. But, not many of you guys trade Forex, of course, right? But I ain't going to make stuff up to make it seem like Bitcoin's doing something. The second chart looks interesting, but Bitcoin, again, last 7 hours, we ain't doing nothing here. But the big news is going to be happening this weekend. So Thursday night, so let's say Monday, Wednesday, I'll go live at midnight on Thursday night. And then we'll talk about all the economic data coming out as far as GDP data. And then we'll talk about what happened then. That'll be more of a serious conversation. But you guys know me. I ain't making up stuff for this. I like to think of these midnight streams as much more of a calm, chill time. I've been watching a whole bunch of other YouTubers stream, like Crypto BitBoy, a whole bunch of other streamers out there. And one thing that I'm trying to work on over the next few weeks here is nothing. I don't want to become more like them in any stretch, but I'm talking too fast, and it's because I have anxiety about streaming, and I've had this anxiety for over a year. But I'm going to try to slow down my voice just a little bit, and I also think this is a good opportunity for me to do so I'm not always ranting. I can't turn it off, but maybe it's ADHD, but I'm trying my best. And hey, D's, Huckleberry, knock. Wait, what? Huckleberry? What do you call I think I had some Huckleberry Pie a long time ago, but I haven't had Huckleberry in a while. And hey, Omar, could you please go live for Google and Microsoft earnings today? I won't be live, especially if they're in the morning, because I'll be sleeping in, and my dog, I'm taking him out on a walk tomorrow morning because he's not getting fat, but he hasn't gone on as much exercise as he wants to. Here, he's coming over in a second. You guys can say hi. Let me see. You guys can say hi to good old Loki. Hold on. Hold on. How do I do this? There you go. Ah, my painting always looks like it's crooked because of the wall. Maybe it is crooked. I don't know. Loki, come here. Come here. No, no, come here. This way. This way. Come on. I know many of you guys haven't seen Loki in a minute. Come here. Come here. Yeah, come here. There you go. You can tell he's tired. His ears are like flat down. There's no food for you up here. Yeah, yeah. So he's been a big baby. Yeah, there you go. Oh, actually, I have a treat for you. Want a treat? Yeah, that's what he wants. Now he's going to sit like a good boy and receive his just rewards. There you go. Yeah, good boy. But yeah, I probably won't be live. Maybe if it's the afternoon, I can try to make it alive, but that's depending on what I'm actually doing. Tomorrow, I'm spending a lot of time making a video and then doing some work on a website that I need to continue working on. I am going to be trying to make some more videos in the next few days. So my goal here is to keep on streaming, keep on doing my other stuff. But there's a great YouTuber out there who I love his content. I really do like his videos. If you type in crypto in YouTube, and you go over here and you go to this week and you go to the most views, I think it is. This guy. No, no, not that guy. Oh, I don't know where his channel is. Okay, well, it's not Graham. I like Graham, but I don't like real estate as much as that guy. Um, this month, maybe? You can't. Oh, that's this guy. Right here. Andre Jik. I can't pronounce his name properly. But he has some good content out there. I want to make videos like that, but more practical. He kind of makes it more into a show, and he has like movie scenes and stuff in it. I don't want to have all that crap in it, but I do want to make some videos like that. But I need to learn how to edit that well first, and that's something else I've been doing this week. There we go. It's right here. What's a good price to get into Matic? For what I guess I would say, if your dollar cost averaging, it's okay. If you want to get into Matic over the next few weeks after we kind of break down, and I think we're going to be coming back down to like below 20,000, I would say over the next few weeks, if not months, from Matic, you may. Oh, there's Matic. You'll have an opportunity here. Let's go to the daily chart. I mean, all the way back down here at 35 cents, definitely a possibility. And even further back down here, if we do start breaking down and go back down to 15,000, 14,000, whatever it may be, I think you'll have an opportunity to buy Matic around 20 cents. And that's why I personally want to start going long heavy on Matic around 20 cents. I'm hoping that we'll get there, but so far we're getting rejected by the 20-week moving average here. If I can just get rid of some of these other lines. 20-week moving average. If we will keep on coming down from here, which I think we will, depending on what the market does, of course, the stock market and earnings, I think we'll be back down to maybe 35 cents within the month. Within a month, so not within this month, that'd be crazy, but within a month or so. And then from there, we'll maybe retest some of these lows. Then from there, come back down, and I would try to buy it around 20 cents or so. If you're looking to buy in for maybe a short-term trade or something like that, you do have a pivot point coming up. Let's see. Right here, pretty soon at 73.5 cents or about 0.7324 and the 20 moving average on the daily chart. Other than that, you might see one at 64 cents and one at 57. I'd probably like the one closer to 57. Short term, if we do continue to come down here for the second day in a row and it's really bad, you might have an opportunity here around 65 cents, and then the next day we kind of cool off for just a little bit. But this thing is just so overbought right now that it's going to have to come down sooner or later. And when it does, I'll be happy to buy it. But in the long term, I'm really happy to buy Matic as it approaches 20 cents here over the next few weeks. It's just going to get next few months. Just give it enough time with this bear market going on. A recession usually takes about a year to a year and a half to get over. and we haven't even entered the recession yet. And if you want to use the first 2 quarters, that's 6 months, we still have about a year left of a recession before the market should technically start going back up here. Now, I think crypto will probably turn around a lot faster than the stock market, but I'm going to be buying up the whole time here. I'm just not buying any Matic right now because I feel like it's a waste to buy it at 75 cents, when I hope in a few weeks we may be able to buy it back down here at least at 40 for for a 40 cents for like a 48% discount. I'd take that 48% discount. But as far as day trading, you have those pivot points we just talked about. Hopefully that helps you out a little bit. I'm being more cautious about it though, because that thing has been a wild ride, wild ride. There we go. And still, Bitcoin's still consolidating here, guys. And hey, you're watching Adorable. Yeah, Loki's a bundle of joy. He's can be mischievous every now and again. Basically, he likes to eat my socks. But besides that, he's a really good dog. Oh, man. And hey, Omar, that's fine. Totally get it. Where can we get the news from then? Well, if you have just go to cnbc.com. So what I'll say, if you guys go to Google and you type in this, don't tell anybody I told you this, but if you just type in CNBC live stream, you can do Fox Business live stream as well. I know a lot of you guys like Fox Business. You're going to see this website here towards the bottom or towards the middle of the page called watchnewslive.tv. You can stream it for free online, right there and there. Live news now. You can watch them all. These are all free little websites, so they're not supposed to be free, but they are. So you could watch it live when it happens if you wanted to, yeah, that's probably the best way to do it. I was thinking to see if there was any way that anybody else might be streaming it. I doubt it. But in case when earnings are announced, you can just search YouTube and say live stream. Live stream Google result, and I think somebody should pop up there, and you guys might have an idea of what to look for there. Like if I went over here to YouTube very fast, if I do live stream earnings, uh, maybe today. Pre-market stream. This guy streamed 18 hours ago. Vincent, maybe that'll work out. Private member stream, no, not worth it. You might find something like that. You might find something there live at that moment in time. Maybe that'll help you out a little bit. What's right here? He's Omar. Happy to help you out. Uh, and hey, Tyson, he loves his magic hat. Oh man, I'm looking for short term. How about Dogecoin? As far as Dogecoin is concerned, you want to be careful with Dogecoin right now. This bad boy already broke down here pretty sizably. There. Oh, there we go. Messed up the screen. Okay, so Dogecoin, it broke down here a few hours ago. That's fine. It just had a death cross between the 20 and the 50 and the 200 here. 20 crossing below both the 50 and the 20 here on the 4-hour chart. But guys, it's already broken down below this larger trend line. Bitcoin hasn't broken down below this yet. So what you may see here over the next few days, look at this. It's already broken down. So you may see Dogecoin come back down to around 0.05772. That may be okay for you. Let me move my head back over here. I don't know why this is all still all over the place. There you go. But Dogecoin right now is probably a strong short. It's broken down. The technical say down. We were so close to having a golden cross here on the daily, but now we're not going to have it because the daily moving average is just like screaming down now, even though the 50-day moving average is also screaming down. They didn't even let it have that golden cross. So careful of Dogecoin. You might have an opportunity here at 0.05739. From there, you're hoping for a short-term bounce here. Maybe if you're lucky, something of a shoulder to start off a head and shoulders pattern. But besides that, I guess you could use Fibonacci retracements, but I don't like using Fibonacci retracement levels when it comes to Dogecoin. Not really at all. 4-hour chart here. Let's kind of show it off. It didn't really work too well over here. Kind of a little bit pivot point, but then it got just messy. Over here, it bounced off once. That was okay. That was actually decent, but that wouldn't really have given you much profit at all. And then after that, we broke down. You may have one coming up here around 0.06046. That may be interesting, but it might be something only short term, because so far this has been a clear breakdown, and shorting it has definitely resulted in more money than trying to long here. So be careful of trying to go against the trend here. If you do try to go against the trend, just don't try to hold for too long, Jose. It may burn you out eventually. There we go. Okay. There we go. I need some more space. So here. Hey, Amar, no worries. Happy to help you out. And hey, D's, Michael for president? Oh, gosh, no. Being president is hard, guys. I mean, I think I don't even want to become president. Like, I feel like I would be dirty. I would dirty myself, soil myself by becoming president. It just doesn't seem like something I want to do. And I feel like if I had practical reasons and practical ways to help people out, I would be stopped by lobbyists at every turn. And then I would just rage quit on the presidency like a boss. And then just, go to the American people and just explain, this is what I tried to do. Here are the people that tried to stop me. I'm tired of this. I'm going home. I'll take my salary for 1 year and I'm gone. Bye. Enjoy fixing this messed up country by yourself, right? Government seems like such a horrible job to me. Most people that get into government, they go into government for good reasons, but then they understand in order to get something, they have to give something. And usually that's to, it's like, they're, the people in power in the party, like a Nancy Pelosi, Kevin McCarthy, Mitch McConnell, Chuck Schumer. But as you do that, you're slowly giving away your soul to those corporations who own everybody. And then you're just not, at the end of the day, have you really helped out your constituents that much? No, you're trying to, but you just don't, right? So it's kind of a sad little irony. And God, I don't want to be part of that sad story. Oh, man. But it would definitely be interesting there. Maybe for the power, I don't know. I've always felt like I want to know the people in power, but I don't want to be the person in power. I don't want those responsibilities. I want to have money. Why do you think rich people don't, most of the time, don't go into politics? There are a lot of rich people in this world. Some of them do go into politics and they try to, run their own campaigns. But the majority of rich people, they enjoy being rich. They enjoy being rich. Now, I'm not what you might call, extremely rich, but I make six figures. I'm happy with it. Do I want to go into government and just work my butt off for, people that might not like me in a system that's utterly corrupt? No. I mean, do I think I can change it? No. Maybe what's that lady's name? AOC? Didn't she come to Washington to create change, to bring in all these new progressive ideas and really change the way Washington works? I mean, how's that working out for her? Whether you like her or not, has she really achieved anything in Washington? No, right? But she has a good brand. So she's a powerhouse as far as marketing is concerned and fundraising and stuff like that. But, I don't want to be just a fundraising tool. I want to do something. And, practically, I'm doing more good for the world, I think, right now, running this small YouTube channel than I think Congress is doing, or my individual Congress person is doing. Because technically, they do a lot of the day-to-day work that keeps the country running, so that is useful stuff. But as far as, what are they actually doing for the average American, I feel like I do a little bit more for them than them, at least my local Congress person. So, I don't want to deal with any of that crap. Let's see. By the way, I did manage to step out of Redbox today, $113 profit. Hey, that's awesome. That was a good short-term play then. I wasn't exactly sure how that Redbox was going to play. I normally don't like to trade Redbox because it's Redbox, and I think it's eventually going to turn out to be the next, what's it called, guys? Blockbuster. But it looks like it worked out for you, so congrats, my man. Congrats. Hey, D's. Yeah, listen to people. We can all be happy. Yeah, what do you call it? It's... Guys, it's hard. The only way I can imagine myself going to Congress and working with them is if I personally managed maybe at max 500 constituents. That way I could actually go and talk to each and every one of them, figure out what exactly their needs are, and try to get money to address those specific needs and to get grants and all that good stuff. But, I mean, there's always going to be issues in government, and I don't want to deal with any of those issues. I don't know about you guys, but it doesn't seem like a fun job to me. I heard the pay is pretty good, but again, think about your local congressperson. It's rare that they've done something really good for you. Now, They do some of the longer, the more senior ones. They do actually get some stuff done. Pretty soon, Ohio should be getting one of those semiconductor plants, which will give a lot of jobs. But that took a long time in the making. That's years in the making, and it's frankly only happening not because of the goodness of their heart, because people realize that if China invades Taiwan, America is screwed from a technological standpoint. So it's not the nicety of their heart; it's a practical reason of national security, which is why they're doing it. So even then, it's not a pure reason. Oh man. How does Redbox chart look anyways in case I want to get back into it? Redbox? Give me the ticker for Redbox because I don't know the ticker for Redbox. If you give it to me, Jose, I'll be happy to look it up for you. So far, Dogelon Mars is down a little bit here as well. Oh, this thing is just coming down. Jeez. Fell down, Death Cross, another Death Cross coming later on today. Broke back down below the 200 moving average. Yowza, jeez, that took a pain. Did it break down? Not yet. It's close. It hasn't closed down yet. I guess we got another 15 hours or so. 14-hour chart. Oh, yeah. Barely trying to hold on here. Barely trying to hold on. Let's go to the 1-hour chart. 1-hour chart it closed down. I guess the 4 hours not yet. That does not look too healthy there. That one's down 3.5%, while most other things are down about 2%, maybe 1%. What do we got here? ApeCoin is down 3.5%. It's also at a support level here. We talked about that a few minutes ago. Looks like it wants to break down. Okay, so basically, if Bitcoin takes this next leg down, a lot of altcoins are going down with it. A lot of altcoins are going down with it. So you could see a multi 7-12% day for a lot of these coins here, for like maybe down 20 to 30% by the end of the week. Anything else? ApeCoin's down. We talked about that. Sushi Coin's down a little bit as well. What's this one doing? This is a 15-minute chart consolidating here, just like Bitcoin. On the daily chart, oh yeah, under the daily chart, another breakdown here, unfortunately. At least we got two opportunities here to make some money. So we got this one first. That trend line we haven't hit yet. This trend line we did actually, we're breaking down below it today. 4-hour chart. Broke down below it twice. Oh, geez, did that worked out? Oh, let's change this up. There we go. No, it broke down twice. Oh gosh, this would have been a nightmare to short a clear breakdown, then all of a sudden it pumps back up, and now it's coming back down. That would not have been fun at all. Sushi Coin, be careful of that one, guys. You're kind of hoping it had a better breakdown, but it did not. So far, guys, we did start up a new 4-hour chart just 3 minutes ago. We do have pre-market data coming out. I'll talk to you guys about that in a second. But so far, we may have an opportunity, maybe, to bounce off of the 200 moving average on the 4-hour chart. That may be kind of neat. And you're seeing ApeCoin try to do that same thing here. Let me go over here very fast. Futures. Futures are going up a little bit. I mean, we're still in the red here, but at the beginning of the night, we were down 0.5%, so like half a point, basically. And now we're back up to negative 0.24, negative 0.2, and negative 0.3. So we moved up, not down. That is good to see here, even if it's just by a little bit. Oh, Bitcoin going to get shorted again here? I hope not. Let me see if I can go over here very fast, guys. New layout. Let's go to NAS. A big one today is going to be Google. Is Google on this watch list? No, it's not. Let me add it. This moving at all, I can't tell if anybody's trading at pre-market yet. Pre-market just opened up 4 minutes ago. 106.98. Yeah, it's pre-market, just no trades. It's behind my head. You guys can't see it. All right. I'll keep an eye on it. 106.98 or just remember 98, I guess, would be the simplest thing. We'll wait to see if there's been any activity on it. So far, it looks like it's pretty calm. Probably because earnings are coming up pretty soon. If I was in earnings, I'd probably be dumping Google right now. Hey, Tyson. Oh, thank you for the red box. Let's see. RDBX. All right. So it pumped up. Looks like a mini short squeeze. That's nice to see here. Oh man, what a pop that thing had. At this point in time, you almost had that opportunity for head and shoulders. What a weird looking little chart here. It's getting rejected by the 20, the 50, and the 20 all at 200. Excuse me, all at once. That's a pretty crazy move. Um, 2 hour chart. All right. You might have some pivot levels coming up pretty soon. I wouldn't try to buy this for a while though. Maybe if it got $4, maybe. I would only want to day trade this at this point in time, Jose. Because what I'm looking at right now, let me get out of extended hours trading. Go back to the daily chart. Load. Load. Okay, good. All right. Usually it looks like after this bad boy pumps up a little bit, it tends to come back down here pretty fast, right? Maybe this day had a few days of extra rallying for maybe a little bit more profit. But normally after this thing pops off, it does come back down quite a bit. I don't know if there's going to be something more parabolic here, especially with earnings week coming out. But if you did want to enter into this position, I would most likely say this is going to be something more of a short-term trade. Or if you want to make it like a multi-day trade where you're swinging it, maybe just inject less capital into this position instead of more capital. Let me see. Hour chart, we're looking for a golden cross here. That's pretty good. Maybe if it can hold 514, maybe if you can buy it around 520, that might be a short-term way to place to buy it. Other than that, I might be looking to buy it somewhere down here at this old support level of maybe 482 or more likely 427 if I want to be greedy, which I would be for something like this. I'd be very, very cautious, my man. This thing is like a big pump and dump, and I'm guessing this is just a short-term short squeeze here. Let me go to FinViz. Oh, it doesn't tell me the short float here. I would expect with bad earnings and bad returns on investment and negative income, they're losing money with a low market cap of 300 million. I would expect them to have a pretty high short float right now, and I'm assuming this is just your average short squeeze. I don't know how far this is going to squeeze, but I would be very cautious about entering back in. If you do want to enter back in, you're most likely going to put less money in than you did before, and you're just going to hold it for like a week or so and see what happens over the next few days. And if it continues to drive up to $6, $8, $9, whatever it goes up to, then I would just start taking profit at scale out levels, which can be determined by you whenever you feel like you've made enough money for each individual hike. But as far as this looks, it's too much of a squeeze for me to really be able to do some proper technicals on it, because this thing could easily just start squeezing and squeezing and squeezing day by day by day, especially if there's a high short interest. I just don't know what that short interest is right now. A large portion of it is actually owned by the company itself, which is kind of interesting. Any selling going on? No. Nope, but they are losing money, that's for sure. They are losing money. So don't hold on to it forever. It'll most likely go bankrupt. And there you go. Bitcoin continues to consolidate here. And hey, or why. Greetings from Belgium. Happy to see you back, my man. I do these midnight streams also so I can talk to the crowds across the pond. I know I'm all the way in Washington State, but I don't know, what is it? I don't know how far away it is from Belgium to Washington State to Seattle. Probably a while. But that's the beauty of YouTube, right? And hey, Tyson, need to get back into Ape. ApeCoin has been a fantastic coin if you guys like to day trade and swing trade. I haven't day traded Ape, or I haven't swung Ape in a long time. I made a big bet with you guys saying I was going to buy ApeCoin at like $10.75, and I was going to have a stop loss at $10, and I was so confident that it's going to go to $15. I won't sell it until it hits 15. And then I sold it when it hit 15, and then it proceeded to go up to like 20 something dollars, and I was like, oh, well, I could have held down a little bit longer. But I just wanted to let you guys know that it was a good long-term coin. Let's see. And hey, Remy, we want crypto to drop. Oh, yeah, if you guys are long-term holders, I think you guys want crypto to drop so you guys can keep on buying more. But there's a lot of people right now who want to day trade or swing trade crypto, and they may not like to short crypto, so they're taking their time to basically just try to make money where they can before we end up going back down to maybe $17,000, $15,000, $13,000, even $10,000, right? Uh-oh, Bitcoin, what you doing? Stay strong, Bitcoin, stay strong. Guys, right now, if you guys just hopped on the stream, we're just testing out the 200 moving average on the 4-hour chart. We're trying very, very hard, and so far it's It's holding, barely, but it's holding. I think if you guys want to see us break down below a certain level, you don't want to see us break down below 21,017. 21,017, I guess you would say. Let me see. 21,017 point something. Let me see if I can figure this out. 21,017.21. There we go. That's the line we don't want to really break down below. That's the low from the last 4 hour candle. Usually, if we break that low, we're going to be coming down a little bit more. Then we're going to have to retest the lows from this previous candle here. That's when we may find a little bit more of a reversal. Maybe it might be even more of a wick where we actually break down for a while, then we bounce back up, and we still manage to hold, though. That'd be something that may be good for and fun for some of you guys out there. High risk play, probably don't recommend it, but if you guys wanted to try it, it would be a blast, especially if you guys had paper trading on it. See. And hey, Sawyer. Hey, Michael. What is your BitGet referral code if I have one? Yeah. If you want to check out my referral codes and help out the channel, all you got to do is go to the stream, which you guys are currently on, right here. Go to more, and you're gonna find the BitGet stream right below the Femex and right above the Bybit link. And if you guys want to do FinViz or TradingView or any of these other channels, if you like to check out other technical analysis channels or other news channels, there's some other ones for you guys as well. But yeah, and there's some books like Stock Charts for Dummies and whatnot. But yeah, there's my Bybit, BitGet, and Femex one if you guys want to support the channel. I used to have some other ones like Kraken and stuff like that, but nobody ever signed up to Kraken or any of those other weird apps, so I just gave up on putting the Robinhood and Webull links in my description. I was like, I'll wait till the market's good again, then people will be looking for new signups and stuff like that. But yeah, so there you guys go. Hope that helped you out. And thanks for asking for the affiliate link. I really do appreciate that. See, how about Moon? Well, sorry, last one. That's fine. Let me see right here. We're waiting for Bitcoin to make a move here, guys. That's all we're trying to do. There we go. Mullen Automotive. This one's a little bit more tricky. I think if you're going to be in Mullen, you want to literally just be holding for the long term and just pray to the Lord that they get something done. As you guys can see, we talked about this a while ago, and you can see it just broke down yesterday. But look how freaking crazy this has been. Hardly ever do we ever actually go to the end of the line when it comes to patterns. We normally break out before we hit the end. Usually, like most of the time. No, not this time. We waited for the exact day, and then we broke down. Barely, but we broke down. So as far as this is concerned, I'd be very, very careful. We just had a death cross on top of that. Last time we had a death cross, and we ended up taking another leg down. Maybe if you want to buy into this, I might be more excited to buy around 77 cents. And then from there, I would probably hold for the long term. I looked at the 10K report on this one, which is, if you guys don't know what 10K reports are, and you can see income on this one is obviously burning through cash as well. Um, where are we at? Oh, no, I don't need to go through all that crap. There we go. Where's it at? There we go. We want to go to SEC. Where's my 10K? Or did they have an 8K? I don't remember. Oh, geez. They have a 10Q? Okay, well, basically, I went over their financial data a few months ago, and it just, let's see, table of contents. Yeah, this is it. Yeah, they're not doing so healthy here, right? They're not doing so healthy. I wish they would be doing a little bit better. You can see they like September 30th they had a bunch of cash right here. Just a few months later, they have no cash. um, so It doesn't mean they're totally bankrupt and they don't have money. It just means they're taking on a bunch of debt, which I guess is okay as a corporation. But pretty soon they're gonna, if they're not able to start paying back this debt or start turning a profit, they're gonna have to start doing offerings, which means they're most likely gonna end up pushing their stock price back down below $1. They're gonna have to do a stock split here, and then what that'll mean is that I'll have a split, kind of like what they did right. If you guys can see this right here, it's kind of showing up by an S. There you go. How they did it right here, and how they did it right here, and that means that it's going to keep on going down. After the split pop, it's going to keep on going down, down, down. They may find hope in the future, but right now they're really struggling. So you might want to hold on for the long term. It's risky, but as far as day trading is concerned, it already had a pump up a while ago. Usually what you're hoping for is a pump right after a split, which they haven't had a split in a while here. Split, pumps, split, a little bit of a pump here, not much. I'd be very, very careful with this one, especially since it just broke down. But maybe you have an opportunity if you want to buy around 77 cents or during the crash that we experienced in 2022 on this one, February, at 52 cents. So this thing can move very, very fast, very volatile. Be very, very careful if you want to hop into that one. I'd rather be in Redbox than that one. Oh, there you go, Bitcoin. You do your thing. You do your thing. Now we're going sideways and up. Oh, man. And hey, Monster, I can't sleep. Glad you're live. Oh, no worries, guys. I'm always happy to be live at some random times, especially at midnight my time, or I guess 1:16 a.m. my time. But I like to do these midnight streams to kind of chat up with all the people that I know are either working or sleeping or they have their life outside of my normal streaming hours, right? But so far, guys, this has been the most boring 7 hours of my life. I was hoping something might actually happen over the last few hours, or just, 7 hours. Nothing has happened. We're slowly going down, but every time a whale comes in here to try to short Bitcoin back down, whether it's $1 million or $5 million, somebody comes back up here against us and just pushes us back down quite consistently. So somebody's trying to stop us from falling off of a cliff. I don't know exactly how well that's going to do, and what we're trying to hold on to, if you guys, whenever I end the stream here, we're just trying to hold on to the 200 moving average here on the 4-hour chart. If we can manage to hold on to that, maybe we have a short-term reversal, but even then, guys, I would assume it's going to be much more of a short-term reversal than something that's going to be much more long-term out here, where we start popping back up to 22,000, 23,000, the levels that everybody was really excited about a few days ago. Right now, we're just, gosh, can I lower my camera, or do I just gotta really sit up here? Oh, hold on 1 second here. Hold on. I can fix this. Let's see. I forget that my chair actually has a little. There you go. I forget that my chair actually has a little little action going. I normally never adjust my chair, but here I am. That might have been awkward. Sorry for the weird view of my head. But yeah. But yeah, so far, guys, we're barely holding on. You can see if I were to zoom in here on this level. Oh, and we did manage to break down below that line, it looks like. Yeah, temporarily had a double bottom down here of support. I'll adjust that trend line right there to support level now. But we did break that low, so it probably means that we're most likely going to go lower over the next 3 hours and 41 minutes. So that's going to be a minute here. There we go. Okay. So let's see if we can actually hold that next level of support that we were talking about a few seconds ago. Move that mic over here a little bit. All right. Move right there. How are asset prices looking right now? Ethereum Classic is still positive, guys. Engine Coin is still positive. KD8 is still positive. Everything else on my monitor is going down here quite a bit, though. And there we go. Coming back down a little bit more. And then we took a short. Are we really not going to keep on moving down here? While we're kind of watching this here, let me get rid of some of these extra tabs that I have. And let me go over here to Twitter. I just want to see if I have any more. There we go. 22 seconds ago, Bitcoin shorted $1 million, $1.1 million. And let's see how that works out for us. Well, you can see what it did. It just did that little poof. And so far, we're coming back up, guys. Every single time we have a short, it seems like there's a whale out there trying to squeeze them all back out. Now, I don't know how successful that's going to be, but so far, it's, look at that. Again, they're trying to squeeze these suckers out. which is kind of interesting. I don't know how. I don't know if they're going to be able to do it, but we could be looking at a squeeze here if they manage to just pump us back up to maybe 21,200 or so. You may start to see some of these $1 million trades actually get sold off or closed. Excuse me. Look at that. See, somebody's being a monster to these poor people that want to short. This poor guy saved up enough money to do a $1 million Bitcoin short. He shorts it down, and all of a sudden, some bastard comes in here and tries pumping Bitcoin back up. Oh man, sad times, guys. Sad times. Let me see right here. What's right there? Yeah, we're looking okay so far. Guys, comment so I know you guys are alive. Commenting also helps out the YouTube algorithm. So if you guys spam chats, I will always allow that. Could be I don't care what you guys spam as long as it's not hateful or like nasty stuff. But please spam chat. It could be anything. It could be your favorite food. It could be your favorite wine. It could be your favorite TV show. It could be your favorite video game. It could be your favorite vacation spot or your favorite holiday spot, vacation spot. I don't know. I don't know. But comment for my life, please, because I don't know what to talk about when you guys are not talking. And I know most of you guys are sleeping or at work, so I understand. But please, spam comment as much as you can. There's no mods right now either. They're all asleep, so that's kind of nice for you guys. I think over the next few days, though, I will be adding some of you guys as mods if you guys want to. Not now, so don't ask now, but over the next few weeks, yeah, sure. Next few days, I probably will add a couple of you on the ones I see that are kind of here on the regular, just so I know I can kind of rely on you guys and not have to do all the what he calls. But there hasn't been any spam comments over the past few minutes, so that's kind of nice to see, guys. Oh, and there we go again. Jeez, yeah, we were definitely getting knocked back down a little bit. No, it might have been a little bit of a lagging speed there. Let's see right here. Okay, nothing else from that Bitcoin short. We have Ethereum shorter than okay. Yeah, 5 minutes ago, we also had a Bitcoin long there. So I guess they're just fighting with each other at this moment in time. Just fight, fight, fight. And hey, Kevin, my favorite is you. No worries, man. Not sleepwalking. I definitely understand that. Notice me, senpai. Hey, Kevin, I definitely notice you guys. And hey, Crypto Joy, need new mods for sure. Oh, definitely. I'm always rotating through a few of them every now and again. I have my solid ones for the daytime, but nighttime, I'm definitely gonna need some mods here. So if you guys show up for this stream, which I'll kind of remember most of you guys, obviously, and next stream, we'll get some mods because I think over time, guys, if you guys didn't know, I'm moving to Nicaragua next year. Cheap housing. I can afford a 24-hour cleaning lady and live-in maid. Loki's gonna basically get his own little mini doghouse out there, like his own little pad. And then, just nice yard, waterfront views, the life that I want and I can't afford here in America, even with a six-figure salary, six-figure job, right? So I'm going to go live the life down there. And I'm going to be streaming as much as possible. By then, I hope to have a staff that can actually do a lot of my editing and videos for me. So I'll make a video. Oh, why is that there? Why is that so small? Oh, I forgot. I changed the resolution of my screen. Let me see if I can change it up a little bit here. And hey, Truth for Jesus, thanks for subscribing, my man. Can I make this larger? Let's see. Does that work? There we go. That's what I like to see right there. But I do want to be streaming as much as possible next year and then having people do my editing and my thumbnails and all that other stuff for me. That way I can just stream and record content and all the other stuff gets done for me. It's just at this point in time, it's hard to find an editor. They're also very expensive, which I don't want to pay them that much because they say that it takes like 3 hours for them to do the same job that it takes me a half an hour to do. And I'm always questioning, you must not be that good then because I have no idea what I'm doing, but I still know how to do this efficiently. So it just always drives me nuts. Let's see. And hey, Kilo, good to see you, Michael. Appreciate the late stream. Hey, no worries. I'm going to be doing more and more of these. I just need to make sure that I go to bed at a reasonable time so I can wake up at a reasonable time as well. But I like doing these 24-hour streams. I like them a lot. And hey, Fat Buddha, I'm here 24/7. I do appreciate it a lot. Fat Buddha, make sure you get some sleep, though, as well. We can't have you sleep watching like Kevin over there. And hey, Jose, when do I get crypto power on Webull? Says I have 0. I don't know. I don't use Webull anymore. I used to use it for options every now and again in the bull market just to have some fun showing you guys what's going on. There are some lagging things going on over here on this second stream. I don't know. I would assume if you put money in the same day, it might take a few days for the balance to clear from your bank side. And once the money is completely transferred over, that's when you get access to the funds. That might be what's going on. I think they may have that rule just to protect you in case you want to FOMO into a particular coin. That's my assumption there. Exchanges like to think that they can protect you from yourself for some reason. But I would assume once the balance clears from your bank, so if you transfer the money over today, you may be able to buy stocks the same day, but crypto may take it like 3 to 4 days, maybe even up to 7 days before you're able to buy. I don't know how long it's going to take for your bank to confirm the transfer over there, because most of the time they give you the funds first, and then they wait for the bank to kind of settle the funds eventually. That may be what's going on there. And hey, Crypto Joy, yeah, late nights are popping. Oh my gosh, yeah, they are. Late nights are always nice. And maybe I can have a late night stream here because I know a lot of you guys are in Europe, so it's probably daytime over there, but nighttime over here at least. And hey, relevant, you want to move to Dubai? I thought about moving to Dubai, but if you want to live the nice life in Dubai, you need a lot of money. Like what I really would hope so one day, I would really hope that I can make a deal with some type of Saudi investor and they could literally sponsor my YouTube channel to the point where I could do everything I want with it. I don't even care if I'm making a profit at that point, but because I can always make money trading. But if I can just start really ranking in like the views and stuff like that, make all the streams I want to, have a fantastic formal editing team, oh gosh, that would be awesome. And I would not even care if it said promoted or sponsored by some Saudi company. I would not be mad at it in the least. Because I know they have a lot of money. They spend that money all over the place. So I'd really like having a channel like that. What is your probability for short term on Bitcoin, up or down? I'd probably say down at this point, especially if we break down below that 200. So short term, I would probably say down in the next 24 hours. After that, we may have a little bit more of a recovery. I don't think earnings are going to be that great to us. I think once we start getting the news this week as far as rate hikes, GDP data, and some other earnings happening closer to the end of the week, I think that's when you're going to have your final decision, your final decision if we're going to be having a great weekend or a terrible weekend. A terrible weekend means we probably head back down towards 19,000, maybe $20,000 maybe. Yeah, 1920. I think 19,800, I think technically. And then we start testing out that other trend line. And if we start breaking down below that, that's where you could see a major crash on the horizon. That really tanks the entire crypto market back down to like $17,000, $18,000. If Bitcoin at 10K, where do you see Doge? What's Doge at right now? 6 cents. Probably around 3 cents. Probably around 3 cents there. Maybe a little bit more, less than that. It can definitely go down more. Because it's gonna, yeah, somewhere around 3 cents, maybe 2.5 to 3.5 cents range. If it gets down that low, yeah. And hey, Monster, funds need to settle. Yeah, that explains it right there. Yeah. And hey, Jose, I sold Redbox and it says I have 0 crypto power. Oh, it just means your funds have to settle. Yeah, well, he was saying. So basically, after you sell your crypto, your funds take 3 days to settle. So it's going to be 3 more days before you can put that money into somewhere else. 3 more days. And so far, guys, we're managing to bounce back up here just a little bit. Let me zoom out here a little bit. Is that making it any better? Yeah, a little bit here. But yeah, it means you're going to have an extra 3 more days or so. And hey, Goku, anyone see my buddy? Who is your buddy? Vegeta? Yeah. I haven't watched Dragon Ball Z in such a long time. I missed the old episodes. It got too new and too weird for me. It's like when I used to watch Naruto and I loved it. Then they came out with Boruto and I was like, what the heck is this guy? They made everybody so weird and weak. And I was like, no, I don't want to do this. Oh, man. I think I'm watching One Piece right now. That'll take up the most of my life, and I've accepted that. Oh, yeah, we still got some volatility here on the second chart a little bit. So far, yeah, guys, we're just having trouble just staying afloat right now, though. We're barely doing anything. Over the last, 7.5 hours, guys, we have not done a single thing except for go sideways here, and that's been very, very pessimistic, if you ask me. I've been really hoping for some stronger stuff, but nope, just down or sideways. And hey, email, after regulations, a lot of people will be saying 90% of coins will die. How can this happen? Also, P2E coins will die out. How is it possible? Can you explain? I don't think many coins will die after regulation. I think what's going to happen here is you're going to have coins that really just don't go anywhere and they may be going up very slowly. But the coins that are going to die are the ones that deserve to die, right? So it's not like they're going to kill a coin that has promise. That's not what they're going to do if the regulations, go that far. What they're going to mandate basically is that the coin actually has a purpose. There's a business behind the coin. And in a sense, this is what's going to happen. There are coins like Bitcoin, Ethereum, STMX, Dogecoin, even now, that have a purpose. They have a whole business model. They're working towards a goal that will increase the value of their coins. A lot of them are payment systems, working within the blockchain, funding other startup coins, and trying to make money off of those coins as well, growing their smart chain, their blockchains, all that good stuff, okay? Those coins are going to do just fine. But there are coins out there that don't do anything. They're just there because they have a funny name and they want people to invest in them so they can make a bunch of money really quick and then dump it on everybody, okay? Those coins are going to find it very hard, most likely after regulation, to show up on a major exchange. They may be able to be paid off, and talking too fast on a tired day. You're most likely going to see a lot of those coins fail to even be approved onto most major exchanges going forward. You may find them on MetaMask or Uniswap and stuff like that, but you won't find them on too many other exchanges, okay? And the reason that's going to be good overall for crypto is because there are billions of dollars in those shit coins. Those billions of dollars will go towards Ethereum Classic. They'll go towards Dogecoin. They'll go towards Bitcoin, Ethereum, STMX, stuff like that. They will go there. Okay, that's what regulation is going to be able to do for them. So what they have to start doing right now to prepare for this is they just simply have to create a business model and show that they're making money and showing that they're a proper business. That's not too hard for the average person out there. One person in their mother's basement can do that if they wanted to. They can set up an LLC. They can start doing all this formal business stuff, and it may cost them upfront money, but it would definitely be worth it. And the reason I think it's going to be worth it is because, again, we want all the capital that's tied up in those shit coins. We want that money to go towards the top crypto that we have all been investing in. The top 200, the top $300 crypto coins in terms of market cap. We want all of the assets to be going there. Like here. So this is page 2 of coinmarketcap.com. Let me zoom out a little bit here so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Let's go to 175. That'll work out for you guys. Okay. So once we get to page 3, all right, and this is, remember what, a bear market caps are extremely low compared to where they were a while ago. But as soon as you get to page 3, you get to market caps of 7 million. This stuff adds up really, really fast, okay, a lot. Now we're in a bear market, so again, we're not going to have the billions that I just talked about here. But if we go over to Hex Coin here, we go to market cap year. Back in 2021, the market cap for this coin was $82 billion. Now, I think this has utility, but, people are calling this a shit coin right now. Basically, the money that would have gone to this coin, it'll go towards something else if they don't have utility. And that means tens of billions of dollars, this is just one example here, going towards other exchanges, or not exchanges, other coins that actually have utility, that actually benefit the world, and they should be compensated by letting us invest in their coin, so to speak, right? But I don't think it's going to necessarily just like kill off tons of coins, just the coins that deserve to be killed off. And then Fat Buddha, I'm moving to Merida, Mexico, safest city in Mexico and second safest city in Americas, just behind Quebec. Oh, that sounds kind of nice too. That seems like it'd be really fun. And hey, Goku, fun buddy, I'm champ of the world, so listen here, see ya. And hey, email, yeah, no worries, guys. I'm always happy to help you out. Like, there are going to be a lot of coins that go away, guys, but it's just the fact of life. Like right now, let's go back a page. Let's just go to page 6. We're already at $28 million market cap. These are tiny micro caps right now. I mean, small caps. I want to call them micro caps, I guess. But small. We go over here to 8. Let's go to 10. Once we're at 10, 900 to 1,000 plus, we're well below, we're close to about 5 million market cap and below. Very, very tiny amounts. But if I just choose one of these bad boys, bread, market cap, all, At one point, this had a market cap of 183 million. That 183 million combined with a whole bunch of these shittier coins, that actually equals a large amount of capital, and it'll do very, very well. Now, this was all the way back in 2018. 2021, it didn't have the same rally here. It only went up to like 100 million. So you can see it didn't do as good last time. That really depends on the marketing team. But, there's tons of coins out here. Safe Moon. Wasn't Safe Moon something big at one point? Safe Moon Eno? I don't know if this is the same Safe Moon. But you go to all. Market cap used to be 98 million. Now it's at 5. It's lost like 95% of its value. I don't think those coins deserve to be going back up and, doing anything great unless they're able to really form a business model there, unless they're able to form a business. Want to move a red state freedom first? What does that mean? Want to move to a red state freedom first. Oh, okay, red state. Okay. Sorry, I totally misrepresented the grammar of that just because I was not thinking straight. But yeah, what do you call it? I've lived in blue states for most of my life. I did live in Montana for about 5 years, and it was very, very relaxing, very, very peaceful. Basically, all I did was work and go fly fishing, and that's why it was so peaceful. Fly fishing is life. And hunting. Oh my gosh, to hunt for your own food, it's so much cheaper than going to the grocery store. So I have a deep freezer filled with bear and elk right now. And then, when everybody's saying meat prices keep on going up, I'm just like, oh, sucks. I eat a lot of duck and chicken too, don't get me wrong, but a full duck probably costs like $12 to $15, not too expensive. Chicken costs a lot more now. Duck isn't too expensive. Most people don't like to eat duck apparently, so it tastes it's cheaper, I guess. I don't know why. Duck is amazing. Okay. Let's see right here, guys. Okay, we're fine there. Yes, and so far we're not really doing much here. I was hoping we might have a little bit more of a stronger move over the next few hours, but we're still consolidating here bit by bit. I have a theory that later on this morning we're probably going to make that big move here because we can't go sideways forever. So far during pre-market, Google still hasn't moved at all. Anything else moved at all so far? Pre-market, no trades. No trades so far in the pre-market here, guys. Amazon doing anything? No trades? I get the latest data, so it would tell me, yeah, so it's kind of weird here. How's CNBC looking? Futures are still down here a little bit, but not too bad. What are the earnings coming out today? I didn't spell that right. Oh, I did spell that right. Okay, never mind. Earnings. No. Let's see, no, that's not it. There we go. This is what I was hoping for. So we got Coca-Cola coming out pre-market. That's going to be big. Raytheon Technologies is going to be big. UPS, United Postal Service, that's going to be big going forward. See how many packages are being delivered and stuff like that. How healthy the market is. Moody's may be interesting. Armstrong, maybe. MSCI will be interesting. Shutterstock will be interesting. That kind of Shutterstock is they have all the pictures that a lot of people use online. That kind of tells the health of the creator economy, like the YouTubers out there, the Instagrammers, the people at TikTok, that maybe use some of the footage. Kind of helps them out there. The small business owners who use those pictures and stuff like that kind of tells about the health of those people. Alphabet is during market. Microsoft is post market. You have a lot of stuff after hours. Holy freaking moly. Yeah, guys, be prepared for today to be just a real big shit show. It's going to be a rough one, guys. It's going to be a rough one. Just be prepared for that, okay? We might even manage to pop up, but if earnings are not good at all, we're tanking, guys. We're tanking. And hey, Kevin, I'm short on Matic. I hope it will do a huge drop. I'm thinking of opening up a short on Matic as well. I think Matic overall will go down quite a bit. You just have to kind of hold on long enough for it to come back down, and it will give you some major profits as long as you don't get liquidated before that happens, of course, or your stop loss doesn't hit. Hey, Tyson, Amazon down 3.2%. Yeah, it's because of what's been going on with Walmart. Since Walmart slashed their prices from their side of things, it caused a lot of other stocks to go down here as well. After hours, Walmart's down about 9. I think it was like 9.85% was the real number. 9.85, so almost 10%. That's pretty bad. And you can see that, there you go. So shares of Walmart fell over 9% after hours. Target was down by more than 6. Amazon fell more than 3. Macy's, Kohl's, and Nordstrom each slipped more than 3% after hours as investors look to get out of stocks that sell primarily apparel and home goods. Gap dropped around 2%. Okay, so just not looking too good right now. The fact that Walmart did that was big news. Remember, Walmart's earnings, this wasn't about Walmart's earnings. They came out ahead of schedule to say, hey, we're going to have bad earnings later on. So that's what made this such a surprise. Excuse me, guys. Whoosh. Uh, hey, Jose, what's a good short-term stock to get in at the moment? Oil stocks. Oil stocks probably the best ones to get into. You want to hope that we break out, of course, the oil breaks out above that trillion that we talked about on the daily chart. But if it can, oil stocks, they'll start pumping up again just like clockwork. I'm all out of my oil stocks, but I'm waiting on the knife's edge to go buy back into them. Oil stocks, oil. Big movers this week, adding this week to my longs, especially dividend stocks. Dividends are paying out very well right now because, I mean, they're still falling down, but basically the point with dividends is you keep on buying them more and more and more. You reinvest those dividends and you sell them after the market's kind of gone back into that nice bullish territory. And by then you've just been paid to hold on to the stocks, which are very, very nice because you already know a lot of those high dividend plays, they do end up rebounding quite well. All you got to do is look at their history from the 2008 financial crisis. Did they do okay? Did they do poorly? How do they adjust? What do they do? Are they getting financing? All that good stuff. And they do usually pretty well. What's right here? Okay. Yeah, so far, okay. Okay, everybody, I'm going to call it a stream. It's been a good, I don't even know, hour, almost 2 hours, guys, hour and 40 minutes. I need to get some hay here. It's 1:41 a.m. my time, and I will be waking up around 9 o'clock, so I don't know how I'm going to do in 8 hours of sleep today. Usually I like to have 9 or 10, like with a nap, I guess, so it's not like 8 hours straight. But yeah, I know I'm going to be pretty beat tomorrow morning, okay, because I've been up since 6 a.m. this morning. So I've almost been up about 24 hours. Let's say 20 hours or so, 18, 19. But it's been a long day for me. So I'll see you guys later on this week for the midnight crowd, everybody. What do you call it? I will see you guys Thursday for sure, midnight. Maybe Wednesday at midnight as well. Tomorrow I'll take the night off, of course, midnight off, so I can actually get some shut-eye. But I will see you guys later. Keep an eye on Bitcoin. We may have a short-term reversal here, but understand that when earnings starts popping off during pre-market, you're most likely going to see some volatility in there. So just be prepared. Until then, this is going to be much more of just a watcher's market, where if you guys aren't placing your bets enough for going down or up, you guys most likely are just going to be watching and waiting for whatever technicals that you guys have to hit off. So that means if we're having a breakdown or a breakout, you guys are basically just waiting for that right now. Or if you guys see any moving averages that really spark your interest, which are going to be a little bit more weird, but you'll have an opportunity to make some more money there, okay?